I wanted to show you guys how I would clean a bathroom very quickly. I have friends coming over in about half an hour for dinner, and my bathroom is atrocious. And I learned this very fast technique while I was professionally cleaning. It was a property management office complex, and it was 3 stories, had, gosh, maybe 50 offices, probably 15 bathrooms, 10 to 15 bathrooms. We would take turns after 5 p.m. daily, go into the office by ourselves. We had to do the bathrooms every single day. And you could get out whenever you were done. So we got really good at being really fast at getting in and out. And I have a technique that I still use to this day when I'm cleaning my bathroom fast, and I want to show you what I do. All we're using today is some toilet bowl cleaner. We're going to use Windex, only 1 Clorox disinfecting wipe, and 1 paper towel. And that's all you need. Alright, step 1 is not skippable. You have to close your shower curtain, because we do not have time to clean that. Alright, the next step is you want to take your toilet bowl cleaner, and the reason you want to do this next is because you want to be letting it sit. And we're just going to get that everywhere. Alright, now while that's soaking, you're going to start the wiping stuff down stage. I just kind of set all of my stuff right outside my bathroom. Now, I'm not kidding you, you only need 1 Clorox wipe. What I like to do is quickly disinfect all of the handles with a fresh Clorox wipe for my guests. Light switches, just kind of touch those a little bit. The handle for this, and the only part of the toilet I'm going to touch is the toilet handle right there, right now. Now, if you haven't wiped your walls down in a while, like I haven't, I'm going to start there. Just throw this around. It doesn't have to be pretty, you just want to get it wet and all the dirt and dust wiped down. Now, we are going to go back with the paper towel. So when you're wiping and you see this dust and dirt that's wet, which is going to happen, especially if it's been a couple weeks, don't take your time to try to make sure that you're very carefully wiping, then flipping, then wiping, because you're just going to keep getting it everywhere. It's going to take you a lot more time that you don't have. We're going to get to that later. Now that you've done all around the outside of the sink, you have to make sure that you get the bowl of the sink, especially if you have a husband who gets dried toothpaste all over this area. Does not have to be perfect. Now at this point, if you want, you can rinse it, squeeze it out. It's okay if some of the disinfectant comes off, because we already disinfected the most important things. So we're going to come over here, we're going to start with the top. Next we're going to close our toilet, and we're going to work our way from the top to the bottom, layer by layer. And now we are done with our 1 Clorox wipe. Just throw it away. After the wipes comes your 1 paper towel. We're going to start this process by wiping down the mirror. I just want you to do 1 quick spray on your mirror like that. Doesn't need to be crazy. A little tip, sometimes I hang my bottles up here on my rack while I'm working. Now you just want to spray it on and then dry it off. Don't overthink it. Paper towel should still be mostly dry, and we're going to use it to get and collect all of that dust that was left behind from when you wiped everything down with your Clorox wipe. Now, you don't need to paper towel the inside of this. You actually probably shouldn't. But you probably will need to do an extra quick rinse. And we go from the cleaner areas to the gradually dirty areas and layers. We're going to wipe this down in layers again, so I'm going to go ahead and close that. And we're going to start with the top. Do the back, top of the lid. Now we're going to quickly clean the inside of our toilet. In my experience, the most polite way to leave your toilet when you have guests coming over is the seat down and the back still up. Especially if it's a lady, they can just come in, use the toilet, wash their hands, and they don't need to touch the toilet with their hands. Now I'm just going to take out my trash. If your trash is visible, go ahead and do this if you have time. It's not the end of the world if you have trash in your trash can when you have guests come over, but I think it's polite and I have some extra time. And I even, since I'm having guests, put one of my clear plastic trash bags on instead of my normal Kroger bags. What I like to do when you have this excess on the edge is I like to just tie it in a knot, and the way I do that is I kind of twist it up a little bit like this and then tie it like you were tying a rope. Try to get the knot as close to the actual can as you can. Then I have this little knot, and then I just tuck it underneath like so. It was pretty fast, and it looks much better than just hanging over the edge and being all loose. It's a trash can with a purpose. So now I'm putting my soap and hand sanitizer back because I'm going to be washing my hands before I touch anything else. And I wanted to add a little note that sometimes you'll notice on soap dispensers, they get dried toothpaste on them. So one of the things that you can do as you're putting them back is to just quickly wipe them off with your hands, wipe off any excess toothpaste, and then just put them back to dry, and any excess water will just fall right into my sink. Otherwise, you can set them on a towel or paper towel to finish drying if you have time. Now that I've washed my hands, I'm going to go ahead and put back some of my decor items and set up my bathroom, and I'm going to be ready to greet my guests when they come. I just got done putting all the decor stuff up, putting my cleaning supplies away, and I want to give you guys a couple last minute notes on hospitality in a bathroom. So when you're preparing your bathroom for guests, you want to make sure a couple things. One, you don't have any embarrassing personal things in line of sight. Either you have them in baskets, in storing containers, in medicine cabinets, and underneath cabinets, or you take those things out of your bathroom completely and you put them in your room. When I say personal items, I mean anything that you have personally used that day or regularly use that you would not want your guests to use or don't expect your guests to use. Now, there is a way to store those classily, and that's if your toothbrush and toothpaste and all that kind of stuff is in a container right there on the sink, you know, where it looks nice. But generally, as a rule, you want to keep personal items out of sight. The second thing, you want to make sure that your guest can clean their hands and dry their hands. You want to make sure that you have soap. You can have hand sanitizer in there too. And you want to make sure that you have a clean, dry hand towel for them to be able to dry their hands on. Okay, my last and third thing is you want to make sure that you have a candle lit or the ability for a candle to be lit, or you have some sort of bathroom spray, or some people have poopery. They don't want to feel like they don't have any way to make it more pleasant for other people. Even if you just have matches somewhere in eyesight, I've seen that done. Just want to give them a way to alleviate that smell to make it less embarrassing for somebody and more comfortable to be able to do their business in your bathroom. Well, that concludes my video. Let me know if you like this style where I just throw it together. I'm using my phone. I'm not using a microphone. I'm not using any lights, tripod setup, or anything. Just kind of holding it, doing this very quickly. Let me know if this was helpful, if you thought it was fun, if it was personal, or if you didn't like it, anything like that. And I will see you next time.